listening to the Pine Room Podcast, but you don't just have to listen to the podcast. We have some other stuff out there too, like Bettor's Last Stand, our sports betting show covering all things sports and betting. Or Soup and Stuff, where Soup sits down with business owners, athletes, and other professionals for good conversation. Or, if you want to listen to us live, you can tune into The Watchdog, FM 98.1 or AM 1600. Or you can listen live online at thewatchdognetwork.com. You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast. All right, hello everyone, and welcome into the Pine Room Podcast, episode 97 this week. 3 away from 100 as we roll along. Myself, Chris, Matt, and Jarrett in here today. Just 4 of us hanging out, getting ready to go on this Tuesday afternoon. It's a little into the evening now. When does evening start?
I would say evening probably starts to me at like 5 o'clock.
I was going to say
5 or 6.
Yeah, I think evening's 5.
So late afternoon here in the studio.
5 p.m. news comes on Channel 7, and it's evening.
But if you see somebody in like 5:15, is it okay to still say good afternoon?
It's still late afternoon. I think there's some overlap.
Yes,
I think there's some overlap. I'd say 4 to 6 you could get away with the late afternoon, and then 5 to 7 is evening, and then 8 o'clock maybe on is night.
Yes.
But is good evening a greeting or a
Can be both.
a goodbye?
Could be both.
Because I've never said anybody, hey, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, like it's always well, no, because I feel like good morning is always like a greeting.
Because you're always like on your way to doing something during the day.
Good afternoon.
I don't think anybody says good afternoon very often.
Like I feel like if I saw somebody, like if I saw one of you guys, hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. That's like good afternoon's like the guy that comes on the news when we're in the radio.
Yeah.
It's like good afternoon.
Well, I'd say that to maybe somebody I don't know that well. Like, hey, good afternoon or something. But
Yeah,
how about if you just said good fucking afternoon, dickhead?
right, exactly.
To everybody?
Maybe to whoever deserves it.
Good afternoon, asshole.
Yeah.
Boy, driving in today was fun. Well, not as bad as yesterday though. With the crane, we had a crane flying over Main Street.
Tunnel was closed. Again.
Oh yeah, it was.
And then over the hill, Moundsville. What the fuck am I saying Moundsville for? Woodsdale. There was a big hold up there too. You can't get anywhere in this town.
No, I have a real pet peeve of when I'm driving behind a guy and he's below the speed limit. Even on the speed limit gets me too, because I like to be 2 or 3 above.
Yeah, I mean if you're not going through a construction zone or a school zone, you should be going the speed limit. The limits are too low anyway.
There's a great law in Alaska that you can't, if you're driving on the highway and you have over 4 cars behind you on the highway, you have to pull over and let them go by you.
Yep.
What was that? Was that on Outdoor Boys?
Yeah, because he was saying how good of a rule that was, and if you have some dickhead that's driving 5 below and you have 10 cars behind him, he's got to pull over, else he gets a ticket.
It's like the Autobahn. They can pull you over for going too slow.
Yeah, you can go however fast you want on that.
Yeah, that's unlimited. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Unlimited speed.
I don't know if I'd like that.
Chris,
that's a little bit, because you get a lot of idiots.
What's the most comfortable you'd be? What is the fastest you'd be comfortable driving at on the Autobahn?
In my car?
Yeah,
maybe.
Take the
80, 85. No, I don't. I think I got that car one time like 92 miles an hour, but I'm not into speeding like that. I don't. I'm usually, everybody criticizes me for driving. Like I'm always at the speed limit, but like I don't. If it's 70, I'm not going 80. I might go 73, something like that. I'm in a hurry to go nowhere.
Both of my cars would fall apart going 80. I mean, if I pushed it to 85, the wheels would blow off because one's got 410,000 miles on it, and the other one's, I think the tires are misaligned. But
that'll eat up your tires.
That can happen around this area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alignments are up.
Do you drive when you come down Main Street now, and there's obviously it's all bumpy and there's all the holes. Do you drive any slower
Oh, 100%.
Well, I do just because I'm weaving in and out of the ones where I'm going to completely lose my wheel. So I'm trying to avoid those. So, yeah, I'll slow down to get around those plates, and then I'll zoom going back around. But, like, I'm not holding anyone up.
You know what it's like? It reminds me of, like, the NASCAR guys warming up their
right.
tires. Back and forth.
Yeah. Right. It's like going to Watkins Glen. I'm getting ready to let loose. Going like this, and, it's here. You're there. Then you got to go a little bit wider, and then you get some idiot that can't still figure out that there's only 2 lanes operational.
Just had it when I was coming after.
Yeah, there was a guy that almost hit me coming here again. Like, buddy, where have you been?
It's not like this just happened
right,
yesterday.
and you don't have California plates, so come on.
Yeah. No excuses.
It drives me nuts. I don't have road rage rarely unless I'm trying to get somewhere.
I don't
but
either.
But just little things like that. When you're under the speed, when you're way under, like 10
I have
to
idiot
5 under
rage.
the speed limit. Oh yeah, dumbasses.
People are just stupid. They really are.
I hate when I'm sitting at a red light and it turns green and the guy in front of me doesn't go.
And you know what he's doing, right?
On his phone.
Exactly.
That pisses me off.
How about if you get the green arrow in like those really short areas where there's the light is really short, and you got to be paying attention, and the person in the front of the line is never paying attention.
And then you get screwed. You're like the third or fourth car, and you get screwed.
And then you either got to go gun it through almost a red light, or you got to just wait. And then 2 cars went, and then here we go again.
I'm trying to think of the most furious I've ever been in the car, but I don't think I've ever had any bad, super bad moments. I think, when I was coming out of here once, some lady was pulling out of she was parked on the side of the road by a meter and pulled out in front of me, and I stopped, and she lays the horn on me because I got the right of way going straight along, and she pulls up beside me in the oncoming lane. So if you're coming out of here, so go on to Main Street, then you take a left and you're going up by Ellen Jack's. She was pulling out of Ellen Jack's and pulled out in front of me, which is I have the right
turn
of way.
Signal?
No.
Exactly.
I have the right of way.
You should have rammed her.
Mm-hmm.
So she pulls out in front of me, lays on the horn to me. She stops. I go past her. I get to the red light. She pulls up next to me in the opposite oncoming lane and is just staring at me. And it's the first time in my life I rolled down the window and I yelled at her. I said, and I don't even remember what I yelled, but I yelled at her. And then she backed up. Then she followed me all the way down River Road and blew past me, went through the oncoming lane and blew past me on River Road.
Wow.
And drove.
Angry woman.
You know, it'd be cool as if there was a truck coming the other way. And the truck hit her head on.
I was going to either say that or she sped up and then, a quarter mile down the road, you see her wrapped around a pole.
But it never works like that.
No, it doesn't.
And you never would have a police officer there to pull them over when they do
something. Or it would be or what would happen is she speeds off to me, I pull away trying to get away from her, and then I get hit by an 18-wheeler or something.
Do you guys always lay on the horn? Chris, I bet you don't.
I did it.
No,
I did it yesterday. The guy
I can see. And that'd be like me too.
In Clearview yesterday, I'm backing out of my driveway, and this guy in a truck. I mean, I think the speed limit's 30 on Clearview Avenue, which is way too high for Clearview. It's way too fucking high.
Probably is.
And I mean, this guy had to be going at least 50, 55, and I'm like backing up, and I almost didn't even see him. He was going so fast. And I laid on the horn because I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, in residential
moron?
zones, people gotta
there's kids there.
They should probably make those speed limits like around 25.
Oh, I did hear you do that.
I laid on. I
didn't know who was
pissed.
beeping.
I was so pissed.
Yeah, I mean, you could hit kids,
wake
dogs,
up,
pets.
Yeah, I mean,
pets
our dog's always around there. There's kids that live up there.
Yeah, there's chickens come running around.
It's stupid.
You want to hit them?
Yeah, chickens and coyotes.
Like people that honk on their horns, I feel like a lot of people overdo it. I don't try not to do it very often, but like like you said, Job, in the scenario of the light turning green and a person doesn't go, and the next guy behind, and everybody's on the fucking horn. It's not going to do you any good.
Like if you're like say fourth in line,
right? And you're just smashing.
But then you hear people behind you,
right?
Like,
I got it covered, you dumbass.
Yeah.
How about in the drive-through? At a fucking Job, have you ever been, or any of you guys been in, go to get a sandwich and like wherever and somebody's laying on the fucking horn?
I've never had that.
I've never had them honking at me before, but I've seen people do it. It's absurd behavior.
Have you ever?
That's just awkward.
Those videos of those like Indian cities where, like in New Delhi, where they are always honking the horn.
Oh yeah, they're like on these little
like
shitty cars and bikes.
constantly.
And then they crawl, almost bump each other. They're almost hitting each other like every minute when they drive.
That place is
like even like Pakistan. I've seen videos of
like Bangladesh.
driving down. You got all these people walking. You got these merchant markets out there. You got cars. You got bikes. You got animals.
That's one place in my life I'd never want to even step foot in.
India?
It's like Bangladesh or India.
Yeah, probably any of those really third
Horrible.
world, the manufacturing companies over there.
I've never. There are these TikToks and these reels that Jarrett has discovered of these Indian like street vendors that sell this food,
Ooh.
and it is the most disgusting food I've ever seen in my life. And the comments.
How do they stay alive?
Yeah,
well,
it's
the thing
Actually,
is,
they're
I don't
healthier than us.
understand. They have to have some sort of genetic, I don't know, increase to their immune system, because there's no way that these people
That's a
are
real
not,
thing.
that they don't go home with just horrific diseases.
Well, and they also have like horrible water conditions there too.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
don't
you
they
get
just-
the Ganges rivers are the most polluted waterway in the
like
world.
dead cows
It's
and shit.
disgusting. Yeah, and it's sewage and just it's horrible.
Yeah, I don't even know how I found.
Is it on the thing?
I got to get over to the. How do I get it onto the other monitor here?
You're gonna have to. On the top of that, it should have a little thing where you can view both. Here, I'll just do it real quick.
Yeah, but I don't even know how. I was scrolling through Instagram one day and these videos popped up on my timeline and it just looked disgusting. And we read these comments. Jub literally almost started to throw up.
Ooh,
he was
yeah.
laughing so hard. Well, that and because we were laughing so hard at what people were saying about these people. I mean, I agree with them because it's so
That's
disgusting.
filthy.
But
I mean, look at the conditions.
yeah, look. So if I pull this up on the screen capture here,
Shit, here we go.
some of these.
I
if
can't read it from here, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but these people, like, they're normal looking people, and they're just
a guy's sitting there with his fucking bare feet.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, what the fuck?
Like,
He's using his
no-
hands. I mean, they don't even know what rubber gloves are in that country, but
I don't mean it's some ancient, I guess some
Ugh,
ancient
well,
Indian
that's
drink,
just gross.
and he like is just using his
his
hands.
hand in like a shirt.
And some of the comments are like,
Like, what is that he's straining it with? It's a fucking shirt.
It looks like a chamois.
Yeah, that's right. Sham wow.
and then these people just line up and
Oh, and he rings it out. Oh, it's sickening.
Matt, some of these other ones.
Matt, yeah, this
I gotta
is like
pull,
the
yeah,
tip
this
of
is
the
an easy one.
iceberg
Let me
here.
pull this up.
I've seen some of the final products, but not a whole lot of preparation videos, and this is enough to make you want to vomit.
And like Indian food to me is normally something that I would be interested
Well,
in eating, especially if it's a restaurant around.
Yes, I like Indian food, but the key word there is restaurant that you mentioned, Job, not in some guy's fucking shack. Like, that looks like a big pot of shit.
No, that literally that's what
It looks
people
like
say.
Diarrhea.
he's cleaning the latrine. Like, you wouldn't know the difference, and it's on the fucking ground.
It's top right, Jarrett, the 3 dots.
It's on the ground too, which is another thing that's just a little
Zoom
bit weird.
in the middle. No,
Oh, wonder what that was.
there we go.
Cilantro.
There we go.
That might have been the best looking thing that he did.
All right,
Just pulls
so
it-
here, turn
He's
the. Can you hit the volume on that, Jarrett? It's in the bottom right of the screen. Bottom left of the screen. No. Bottom left of that. Turn it down on the dial on the thing. Right, the rightmost dial. But like these people just.
That's sitting Indian style.
And he's just, but if you look at some of these videos, there are people that are just lined, like 10, 20 people that are lined to get this
They
food.
probably don't have a lot of options.
But
do they?
look at this, the conditions that they're in. Like, look, he pours it. It's like
Dirt.
Like, what does that look like to you, Chris?
Well,
Red
it's just
diarrhea.
Comment. 68,000 likes. He forgot to shit him.
What is that? Cheese? That can't be cheese.
27,000 likes. Not a single
What is that
flyer
thing that he
around
reaches
there.
in? What's going on? What is the stuff that he reaches in behind when he scoops? Like, see right there?
Oh, I
What
don't
is
know.
that?
Can I have diarrhea with extra diarrhea, please?
The famous dog shit grass scraps.
The grass scraps look like the most appealing.
This guy says, "Can I get some gorilla shit and goat piss?" if you can sprinkle some rabbit shit balls and some Cuban diarrhea on it, that would be it's foul. And honestly, I bet you, Matt.
Is it good?
I bet you it might not be bad.
But will it give me dysentery?
You'll
Like,
probably die.
I mean,
remember the
I mean,
one
I'm
guy,
probably gonna go right to. Oh, this one's even worse. Look at that. It's just a bunch of slop on a potato roll with some Doritos crushed up in it.
Hello.
What is that?
That's strong. Hey, taking a whooping.
I'll say. That mustard.
And then look at
Matt,
No way.
I
That's
came
like
across-
barbecue potato chips.
I don't know how I came
And then the
across
other
it.
stuff's falling in the oven. These people are animals.
it's like you. It's like that one guy. Remember, Matt? We read his tombstone. He died of diarrhea.
Yeah.
That's what happens if you eat this stuff.
I got some more.
Oh.
This was in their hotel water.
What is
Well, that's
this?
an Indian too. That doesn't surprise me.
That's no.
What
That's what Indian
is
tap water
this?
looks like.
I mean, there's a lot of places.
Oh.
What
You couldn't even boil
is
that.
this?
I mean, if you come from the Western world and you go there, there's a very
What
good chance
is
that you'll have some disease where you'll have such bad diarrhea you'll be dehydrated and you will
What
die.
is this?
First sip tastes like heaven. Second sip
What
takes you
is
there.
this?
Imagine showering in that.
What is this?
You're right, Joe.
Probably mixed with cow dung.
Here's the
What
thing. It is
is
kind of
this?
sad that this is what the conditions of what they're
mean,
living in.
I don't feel sorry for them anymore. They got like over 1 billion people
Chawal,
live there.
आपको
Figure
क्या
it out.
Yeah, don't,
Oh, look at that.
my
खाने का
God.
पैसा लीजिए।
Scraping it off the sidewalk.
That's like
मेरा
at the
एक मिनट
buffet.
एक
They
मिनट
just like
आपका बोलना और आपका देखना मेरा कोई जरूरी नहीं है मेरे कस्टमर मेरे बारे में जानते हैं सुन लीजिए मेरा
Best,
बात
dirtiest food in India.
जैसे अभी आपने कुछ
disease
पूछा
guaranteed.
उसका आंसर कस्टमर दे दिया
Nothing like
इसलिए
fresh
मेरे को
dog
मेरे
shit
बारे में
mixed
बोलना
with
कोई ठीक
vomit.
नहीं
But here's my question:
Chawal,
though, is the
आपको क्या
person
लिया?
that's reporting this, are they
आप खाने
reporting
का
it for
पैसा
the
लीजिए।
sole fact that it's disgusting and they
मेरा
know it's
एक मिनट
disgusting?
एक मिनट
Or are they
आपका
reporting it
बोलना
to be like, hey, this is some good shit?
There ain't no way they would show it like that.
It's this guy. It's
ऐसे मतलब यही
I
वीडियो
guess this guy's famous.
They're probably making it.
The customer accused him of taking a shower.
हैदराबाद बोलना नहीं पड़ेगा मानो चोर
That's must be rice.
If you're just watching this, you're not missing much because
और एक
it's
बजे पहले कोई बात मत
fascinating.
कीजिएगा ऐसे मतलब यही
Thank
वीडियो
God for, I mean, a street vendor in New York makes this look like.
I would probably try to eat this stuff if I didn't see how it was prepared.
Yeah, and if you knew that you weren't gonna get horrific diarrhea for the next.
I'd roll the dice with that. But I can't. I cannot watch this guy.
नॉनस्टॉप मार रहे नॉनस्टॉप
What's it called? Bang?
Loves eating his jails. What? Like, I don't understand
What goes into this?
It looks like some kind of. It's got.
See, got pieces of gold.
Oh, here it is.
Sifted like
The interesting gold pan. 3/4 cups of cow shit. Clearly only used a half. Chris, how much for you to go down in downtown New Delhi and have a handful of that?
It would take a lot because, like Matt said, I don't want to spend my time after eating it on the toilet.
And you're gonna
know you
immediately
are.
be concerned about your body after that.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
then again,
instant-
we'll go
it's-
to fucking McDonald's
Well,
and
I mean,
eat. So
even if the
might not
food
be any
didn't do it
different.
to you, can you imagine like just the silverware and the? Well, I guess they don't.
they have
silverware.
silverware?
Yeah.
Well, one thing I saw in a lot of
Nice.
those videos as plates, they use like pieces of like paper from a printer, like they like
They
and
use-
like a old,
cardboard
like,
box. They would
Yeah,
use that. That
they-
would be
they
a
use-
plate.
yeah,
They'd
or
rip
like
the
the-
side like that cardboard box right there. It'd have like be like 5 plates. You
Yeah,
get
or
even 4
our
sides and a
show
bottom.
playing from the
Right.
radio today,
Yeah, there you go.
which hey was a massive day on the radio
Right,
today.
big day.
Huge day. Job, you want to?
Well, real quick, I want to mention before we get off the top of this, I watched one where a guy had a cart and he was pushing it down. He was pushing it down this like hallway, and there are people on either side, and they were all gathered. And the guy would take a scoop of water and he'd put it in front of the people, and the people would rub the floor off, and then he would go down to the end of the hall, turn around, and then he would just dump your food on the floor in front of you, and you would eat it off the floor.
Yeah, there's a.
Where was that?
I'm
I
pretty
swear
sure,
to God.
Where did
I don't
this
know if it's in
occur?
Bangladesh or India where they have a temple where you go in and you eat on the floor.
It's off the floor.
Well, there are some places
They
like
rub
that.
the floor with water, and then they just put your rice on
I
top
don't
of the
care
floor.
how clean they make that floor.
Anyway, radio. We had an unbelievable day on radio. If you haven't been aware, our 2024 Pine Room Lunch Madness brackets are out. You can check them out on our social media. We need to post them. I think we have posted them. Have we posted them on like Twitter to where people can download them and print them?
Yeah, there was one on Twitter.
Yeah.
So you can download these and print these and fill out your own bracket. These are Lunch Madness, and if you're not aware of what we're doing, I think we've talked about it on here, but we're taking 32 different teams from around the Ohio Valley, pitting them together, schools from the Ohio Valley, pitting their lunches together in a bracket-style winner-takes-all tournament, exactly like March Madness. There's first round, the Salami 16, Egg Roll 8, and then the national semifinals. Obviously, it's just a joke. We're not doing this across the nation. But our competing schools are Barnesville, Tyler Consolidated, Shenandoah, Oak Glen, Bel Air, 100, Wheeling Central, Indian Creek, John Marshall, Buckeye Local, Martins Ferry, East Liverpool, River, Harrison Central, Magnolia, and Edison. That's in the Generations bracket. And then in the Figueretti's bracket, we got St. Clairsville, Beaver Local, Weirton, Bellsville, Toronto, Payton City, Brook, Cameron, Monroe Central, Valley Wetzel, Union Local, Buckeye Trail, Weirton Madonna, Bridgeport, Steubenville, and Wheeling Park. And that's in the Figueretti's bracket. And we had a fun day today. We broke down the first 4 matchups between Barnesville, Tyler Consolidated, Shenandoah, Oak Glen, Bel Air, 100, Wheeling Central, and Indian Creek. And we got some votes in so far. You can vote on our social media throughout the week on Tuesdays and Friday, and we're going to put the votes up and keep a track of how many votes get what. Then we got to take it to council, and we're gonna vote on the winner on the subsequent days that we announced each bracket. So
where's the best way to find that if people want to?
If you want to go to at the Pine Room Studios not at .com, but at the Pine Room Studios on social media, mostly on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
If you
Yeah,
click
and then
on
it's
vote
on
it's on
Instagram.
Twitter too, Chris. You can get the
brackets
up
on Twitter, but the interactive
The polls,
voting.
the polls you got to do
that's what I
Facebook
was
or
looking
Instagram.
for.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's on
What
both
is that,
of
the
our.
Pine Room?
Yep, both of our Facebook and Instagram. We've already had a good amount of votes so far. I think about like probably 40 total.
Good.
Yeah, we got here we go. I'll give you a couple standout right now. Winning it's 68% to 32% of the vote. Tyler Consolidated leads over Barnesville.
Upset alert.
Yeah. The number 8 Tyler Consolidated against number 1 Barnesville. And then we got the number 2 Indian Creek against number 7 Wheeling Central. Indian Creek, who was winning earlier in the day, has now fallen behind Wheeling Central 55% to 45%.
Ooh.
And then we got the 100 Hornets, who are the number 6, and Bel Air, the number 3. The Bel Air Big Reds have now taken the lead 52% over the 100 Hornets. And then finally, the big blowout of the day. The lead has been diminished by 5%, but Oak Glen, the number 4 seed, is now beating the number 5 seed Shenandoah 75% to 25% of the vote. And you can go check out all their different lunches.
See, that one surprises me. That was a 4-5 matchup,
Yeah,
and
I
I think
know.
I went with Shenandoah in that one.
I
haven't cast my official
Yeah, we
vote, but-
haven't put it in the ballot box yet, but yeah, if you're interested in playing that, go check out our social media. You can play along, and if you want to print out a bracket, go to our Twitter and you can fill one out and send it to us, and use the hashtag Lunch Madness and follow along. But it's been fun. Matt has put a lot of work into it, and
your graphics and brackets and just
Well,
amazing. And Jarrett got
Matt,
it all up on
your
social.
effort
been a good-
to get all that is
Well, and then you got
very
Coach.
good.
It was a group effort.
Yeah, it's
Coach
been a
was
good
calling the
group
schools. I mean, yeah, it took a long time to get the power ratings and seating and stuff, but it was fun. And then Jubb went to work on that, and Coach called the lunch ladies and the
That day-
principals
I tell
trying
you
to
what,
get the
that day we were
soup.
sitting in
Emailed
here,
them all.
The day we were sitting in here
Yeah.
trying to get all lunches, and we were calling people. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
And
Jeez.
everybody's done a good job. So
Yeah.
should be pretty fun. Gonna run for about a month.
Yeah,
Really.
and thanks
About a
to
whole
Figs and
month.
Gents, as Jubb
Yeah.
said, for sponsoring the brackets. We appreciate that. Really nice to them. We had Ricky Zambito on the show today. Zambito Flooring America and
Yeah, we had a
Four
busy-
Seasons Golf. Loaded show. We had everything.
We had a
Do
busy
you
one.
because we were talking about floors, we were looking at houses, and being that Ricky Zambito is on talking about floors, when you walk into a house, what's a red flag to you if when it comes to their kind of
Bad
floors?
carpet.
Like gross carpet,
Yes.
or just like the way
not,
it is?
no, like gross carpet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like stains.
I mean, obviously the colors like from 1971,
Like a
then
lime
it might
green
be a problem,
carpet.
or bright orange, like weird.
Yeah, just
orange.
kind of like when you walk in and you look and you think, man, everything in here is going to have to be upgraded.
Or you see like stains on the carpet from like where a dog pissed or whatever.
We had this carpet in our house in our living room. Right when you walked in, this thing looked like it'd been through like the war.
And it's the high foot traffic.
High
area.
foot traffic, and from our old dog Maggie, who used to pee on it when she got older and when she was younger, and just mud and shit that we just couldn't get out of it. And we had that carpet, I think before we were even born.
at least 25 years.
But
Oh,
we
yeah.
did.
I
we
remember that carpet. You
We
guys-
finally got it replaced. I think Lowe's. I think people from Lowe's came and installed it. They were done within like an hour.
Do you like
a whole
They
big
go fast.
massive living room?
Chris, are you a carpet fan or a hard either hardwood or laminate or tile?
I'm going to eventually switch to laminate. Like I replaced all the carpet in my house because that was brand new when I got it and it was already furnished. But it was old and cheap, so I got that in ceramic tiles. Probably, I don't know when your dad hooked me up with that.
Yeah, Rick Delbert did it.
Delbert.
He did mine
Yeah,
too.
good guy.
Yeah, and then, but now with Toby and even Greta, it's time to. Well, you know what? I probably won't change my carpet until Toby passes on.
Just because of his nails? Like
Well,
being able
that
to
and
walk?
that little fucking cat scratching upstairs trying to get in the doors, and then there's like she's scratching it. Oh, that little bitch. But I love that cat. But anyway, no, just
Sounds like the guy that just beat his wife. Oh, I really love her.
right.
I
I'll never
love
do
her.
it again,
You whipped her
honey.
into
I
shape.
promise that's the last time.
But a couple of times he had an accident on the carpet. Then you realize, damn, laminate or something, that'd be an easy clean.
That's a nice thing, definitely.
Laminate's really nice. But
Yeah.
I do kind of like carpet in a bedroom though.
Yeah, I don't mind that in the bedroom.
Agreed.
Yeah, 'cause
Agreed.
I mean it's okay not having because it's easy to clean, but I don't. Carpet's more cozy to me.
Yes.
Speaking
For the
of
bedroom,
Toby,
I agree.
Chris, Toby Keith expired yesterday.
Yeah,
That's a
Saw
shame.
that.
Jeez,
that
that sucked.
Yeah, I remember when he got that diagnosis. Tommy said it was about 18 months since.
Yeah.
Oh wow, was he on the death pool?
I don't know. I mean, he wouldn't have been.
Yeah, because I mean it's probably kind of
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
is
mean, if
that-
he doesn't
it-
get
it-
stricken with cancer, that guy's living till he's 100. I mean,
Is
he
that
was in good shape.
does the death pool take into account like illnesses like that?
I mean, it can, but
Oh,
it
Matt said
penalizes
we
Is
were
that
factors against you.
extenuating
Yeah,
circumstances?
it factors against you. You can't just draft a guy with terminal brain cancer. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna die. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of, I think somebody said rule of thumb here. Did somebody mention that rule of thumb? Who said rule of thumb?
What?
Somebody said rule of thumb.
I did.
Right here
Yeah.
in his podcast.
Yeah, somebody said rule of thumb.
I don't think.
I-
I don't know what it
I
would
That's
swear
a body
somebody
over
just
there.
said rule of thumb.
I don't
Maybe
know,
I'm
there's
wrong.
somebody-
But anyway,
there's
do you
somebody
know
in the
where?
other
Do you
office.
know where that saying comes from?
Tom?
No,
rule of thumb.
Yeah.
No.
Tom?
No.
Oh.
Rule of thumb. This is wild. Rule of thumb comes from. They think that it originated from back in England. They made a rule where you can't beat your wife with a stick that is any thicker than the width of your thumb. Yeah. So you can, as long as you had a stick that was thinner than the width of your thumb, you could beat the shit out of your wife. But if you didn't have that, then that's
Where
why
did
it's
this
a rule
come
of thumb.
from?
I thought somebody said rule of thumb here. I'm almost
No,
certain,
no.
but
Where did it?
in,
what,
the, in,
where,
in
where-
England, I think.
Old British Empire.
I'd
rule
say,
or
yeah, the
something.
English law allowed a man to beat his wife with a stick so long as it was no thicker than his thumb. Isn't that incredible, though, that happened? Like, hey, you can
Could she
beat
beat
your
him
wife.
in the same sense?
Probably not.
She probably
She
should
could
use a hammer.
Yeah, she can
a
use
claw
whatever
hammer.
she wants.
Most of the time, the guy
I love
probably
a claw
deserved.
hammer.
Man,
yeah.
don't you love that
Claw
claw hammer to the back of the head?
Yeah.
The claw side.
That'll
absolutely.
quiet him down.
That and a pickaxe. Always loved it.
Smash claw hammer into the
Yeah.
orbital bone.
Yes.
and
That's
caved in.
law hammer.
It's just,
Well, that's like I saw a video just the other day, and I think it was it was a Muslim country. I think it was a dad and his brother beat the shit out of the dad's daughter because she wasn't fully dressed.
Oh yeah,
she was like kind of like not dancing in front of the camera.
Fuck around with that.
She wasn't. I mean, she had like a long garment on, but her head was
out.
Oh, yeah, that ain't gonna fly.
They were beating it. Well, according to the thing, it said they knocked her unconscious.
Those people
because
are
of
barbarians.
what is wrong with this?
It's like it's one if you believe something and if there's some sort of punishment for not doing that, but.
She didn't.
But why would they only punish women? I don't get that part.
It's messed up.
Because that's
you talk about barbaric.
Well,
behavior.
because those dudes probably know that she can't do anything back to him. But if it was another guy, I bet they wouldn't fucking come anywhere near him.
Well, men can do whatever they want. They can rape the women. They can mutilate them. They can have multiple wives. They can strap fucking bombs to their chest, and they think they're honored to do that. And but the poor women can't even drive. They're not allowed to learn how to read.
No,
it's horrible. But then here we are acting like women in our country are mistreated. Come on.
Yeah, that's
go try living over there and see how bad it is.
What a place.
I'd like to send some of them over.
Well, some of them will leave here soon when Trump gets reelected, Chris.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift's going.
Right.
Whoopi's going.
Taylor's going.
Yeah, I thought, and then somebody else.
Well, last time Cher and Madonna were leaving, De Niro was going to leave.
Oh yeah. Wonder why they stayed.
I say this every time.
Because they're full of fucking shit.
I say it every time that election rolls around. The same shit happens every 4 years. The same thing happens. Everybody gets pissed off. Everybody screams, and like especially when Trump got elected the first time.
People crying.
The news anchors are crying, saying the world's over. It's the end of democracy. Then 4 years pass, nothing new happens, and we get a new guy in there, and then the same 4 years.
But I just one of those people, and I don't want to get into a long discussion. I just wonder, and I know the answer is probably no, that the people that were so outraged that Trump won, and then so they cheated him out of the second election. I wonder if they think things in this country are better now with Joe Biden.
They can't honestly think that.
Well, I think even people, I think no matter what side you're on, you start to realize that he's literally can't function.
Right.
He can't, and it's not a political based thing because I genuinely don't. I genuinely
his family
don't
let
care.
him go out there.
Yeah.
Like
But when you look at old videos of debates with like Obama and Mitt Romney and McCain and Obama, and you see where these guys are eloquent speakers who can speak, and then you listen to Biden, it's like watching. It's genuinely like watching your grandpa who is on
the stuff he
like
does.
2 years left. Like he's on his way out, and he can't put a sentence together. It's like. There's no way this guy and any not really, I almost said religious, but any political figure should be above a certain age. I think
you're right.
I think once you hit like you have to. I think you should have to be able to pass a cognitive test.
I think you should have to do that to drive too.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Do you think he could go up on a stage and debate Trump now? There's no way they can let him do that.
Didn't Trump say he wanted to debate him?
Yeah, but he was not. They're not going to let him go up there. They can't. Yeah. Can you imagine that? That would be.
We were
the
talking
biggest.
About Mitch McConnell today about what that guy about when he
would freeze that
guy. I just don't understand. Regardless of your political standpoint, I mean, you can't think you can't think. I don't think he'll be alive for another 4 years.
And I don't think. And I'm.
Obviously,
McConnell and Biden are on different sides of the aisle, and I think neither one of them are fit to be in office.
I was going to put him a single word.
I was trying to find this video of Biden when he describes America in one word.
And I get it that sometimes they do cut these, and it's like you promote this as like the only.
I was going to put him. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. America is a nation that can be defined in a.
Hey, Kamala.
Now, like I said, what I was saying was like you can pick these out and put them out and highlight them and make them the thing. That
make them sound like
on.
something they're not. But
yeah, but I mean, if you just listen to an hour of him talking, you can't. He turns it. Just Shane Gillis made a joke that he turns into a Roomba when he gets done speaking. He just turns around and wanders off the stage, and I don't even care.
Almost.
Like and that's the thing that's how I feel like you can when somebody is to an age where they shouldn't be in that position is where your motor function starts to decline. Like he can't. If you said, "Hey, sir, you got to run off the stage," you can't run off the stage.
Most likely, he's got a neurological issue of some kind, which nobody's ever going to tell us.
How old is he?
80.
He's going to be 82.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I'm 82 and I walk like that, I won't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
I mean, there are.
But you
80
also won't be leading the free world, most
Yeah.
likely. I shouldn't rule you out, but most likely.
I think it's fascinating. Well, I mean, I can't say that because Uncle Tim is.
Yeah,
I mean,
because I've seen very sharp guys that are of advanced age that would be fit. So I think Trump, for a guy, I mean, he's a bold, brash pain in the ass. I get it. People don't like him, but I like him. But he's a big mouth. He pisses people off. He makes me mad. But he's at least functioning. And even though he's arrogant, he's cruel, and he's vile, and he says all these wicked things to people, like the guy still runs a pretty solid business, and he gets things done. He's active. I mean,
he's a good golfer.
Yeah, right.
Still golf.
And he is funny as hell.
He is.
He is
funny,
really
yeah.
funny.
Sometimes you just have to put away like political and just take a person in for what they are. Like
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating to listen to him talk and to hear some of the things that he says, because some of the stuff, again, I don't care about politics. I don't focus on it, but I do think some of the stuff that he says is at least intelligent. I mean, he might be a bit of a dick.
He captivates an audience, and he is a dick, but that's how he gets where he needs to go.
But
like,
it is exhausting to see somebody that can't function
right
in a position where you
It's
think
a big difference
that
in two guys that are older,
Like-
as far as what they can do.
like
My God.
Canada's Trudeau is like a sharp.
jeez.
I mean, he's like as sharp as a tack. He's a young dude that's in there. You put those two up against each other. You put Biden and Trudeau in a room.
Trudeau, he may be sharp as a tack, but he's a little bit off socially.
Oh, yeah.
He's a fucking
definitely
wacko.
is. Yeah.
When he did the blackface and he painted, it was just a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And then if you see him at a game, like
I
the way
haven't-
he acts,
I haven't-
it's laughable.
I haven't kept up on Trudeau.
No,
so
I
if
know.
he's done
Yeah.
horrible,
No.
If he's
dude,
done horrible
I'm
shit,
not being critical. He's just a little bit weird, and I don't know.
But I'm saying if he did
But-
horrible shit and like I don't know about it, I'm sorry. Like if he's like killing people.
Honestly,
or
to be
something, I
quite
don't know.
honest, Job, just because a dude painted his face black as a Halloween costume, it doesn't make him a racist or it means he hate anybody.
What was his Halloween costume?
I don't know if he was he might have been one of those Indian food guys. I don't know. That was a long time ago, and of course, everybody came out and went all over anybody on the right side, Chris, that does blackface. But then, I find it ironic too that Jimmy Kimmel will criticize, but he
Stern
did
did
it.
it.
Howard Stern did it. Jimmy Kimmel did it. But
was
they'll
okay.
all criticize
Yeah.
someone
No,
else for
it-
because. Who was the dude Kavanaugh? They said or something. He was involved with that when he was in a fraternity. The guy going for the Supreme Court.
I don't care what people say. This in most cases has to be fake outrage. Nobody can get that
just
mad.
because of on the right
what
side
if
of the
you
aisle.
wanted to? Let's just say you love baseball, Jarrett. Let's just say at Halloween. You want to go as Jackie Robinson, and you paint your face black. You wear a Dodger uniform and it has 42 on it. So whoever finds that out, you're fucked.
Oh, that's it. No,
You couldn't do it nowadays. He'd be
But what
like
would-
he'd
but
get
what
thrown
would
out
be
of
wrong
school.
with it?
Nothing.
What would be wrong with
You're
it?
actually showing that you're proud that guy was
Yeah.
an incredible.
I get inspiration from
yes,
the guy.
yes, but you can't do that now. It's just like wearing war. Like if you wear the war paint, you're not allowed to do that because now they're calling kids racist who do the war paint like all the athletes do.
Dude,
you're not allowed to do it anymore.
This is a dumb question.
Oh
but
my God! Fuck.
This is a bad. I don't even know if I want to ask
Say
this question.
it. Come
but
on.
Do people do whiteface?
I don't see why not.
'cause,
What if you wanted to go as Mr. Clean? And
Dave
you got-
Chappelle was
Oh, yeah.
pretending to be what was that he was running for president a couple 10 15 years ago, and he made that noise. Oh shit, he made this weird noise and it literally ruined his campaign. Look up Dave Chappelle.
Oh, it was probably Howard Dean. Was it him?
He screamed
when he
went-
made that.
yeah.
That was Howard Dean.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's Howard Dean.
Remember
Yeah,
when
no,
He
just
says
look
we're going to
at-
go to their hand, and he's going
Yeah.
on and he's
Yeah.
yelling all the states out that he's going to go
whatever
win.
happened to that guy?
Jared, just look
That-
up.
that.
Don't look up the Chappelle.
You know what, Howard
Look up-
Dean
just
should've
look
just
up
kept
Howard
on with it.
Dean.
This is what Dave
I want
would've
you to
done.
hear
Howard
this.
Dean
Remember
speaks.
that
Yeah,
skit?
he makes that.
I don't
Skit,
remember this
that
guy.
they did
So-
when he was the milkman.
Oh yeah. Dave Chappelle's awesome. I think he's been great.
Dean.
Here, I'll put it in the microphone because
That was
I think
so
the volume
funny.
is not on that. Yeah, so this is literally this is like they say this is a scream that doomed his election because people
feel
made fun of him and they were saying he was like crazy and he was going out of his mind in this. Hold on, let me see if I can.
South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
That sounds like a wrestling
remember
program.
that.
Yeah.
I do kind of remember that.
And that ruined his. There's a documentary about how it literally ruined his campaign.
I've never heard of the guy since.
Because he screamed like that?
He screamed like that, and people said he was like out of his mind, and they made fun of him. And
They say back when Nixon and Kennedy were running against each other, when they had that debate on TV, it like cinched that Kennedy was going to win because Nixon looked like an old decrepit, like he was like pale and like Kennedy was like vibrant and young looking, and Nixon looked like he was made of wax, and they're like that was the end of him. But he ended up getting it back, coming and being president later. But
you would think that like if anybody went up against the guys that are running right now, like if a guy like Kennedy was in there right now, you'd think people would be just. From a objective standpoint, like this guy obviously looks like he has his shit together, and he's not. He doesn't shuffle off the stage. Like,
yeah, I'd be anxious to see how a guy like Kennedy would fare today. He'd probably be more on the Republican side of things because he probably has kind of a similar platform to. He was a Democrat, but back in those days, Democrats were like more to the middle. Now it's like the far left liberals, and they left kind of behind the real Democrats, like of the old times. So, like to me, Bill Clinton today would be probably almost a Republican.
Yes.
Hillary Clinton was almost to the right side too, and like Obama, even he isn't as far left as some of these people that are out there now. But yeah, Kennedy probably would be more in the middle if you ask me. But
what is this, Jarrett?
I don't know. I accidentally, or I was looking on Google and this just popped up. Burger King Whopper design could get you $1 million in contest.
I wonder, is it designing the actual Whopper, or is
they
it like
ain't giving anybody shit?
You don't think that one over on the island?
Let's take a
no,
look
I mean
here.
they won't pay anybody that much.
Oh.
We'll pull it up.
Oh,
here
they
on the
might
screen.
redo it.
You now submit your dream Whopper toppings for a chance to win $1 million.
Here, let me zoom in for us here real quick.
I would do that.
How many
Your
toppings
dream
can you come up
Whopper
with?
toppings?
I know. I would tell you. I bet you I could get one that could come close to winning. But what's it based off of? It doesn't like what.
The $1 million Whopper contest by Burger King.
200,000 ways
of the sour or sweet variety.
Do you see that? There are currently more than 200,000 ways to customize your flame grilled Whopper. What the fuck am I missing?
But if you've ever wanted to top the flavorful burger with savory sensations or sweet and sour showstoppers, then your moment to shine has officially arrived.
What?
Oh, nice house.
So
Burger King is all about having to weigh. I have no idea. I don't understand. Do you pick about with toppings that are in the restaurant? Or
here's the requirements. Here we go.
No purchase needs to be made at the end of the contest. Burger King. Okay, of course you need a Royal Perks account. They'll have 1,000. They'll have 100,000 people do this fucking bullshit.
So
it's a joke.
Like, what can you do? It's more like I don't get it. If there's 200,000 combos,
I don't.
Wait,
know.
so what comes on these things?
I mean,
lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, mayonnaise. What else? Cheese.
All you have to do is visit Burger King's website or the Burger King app to submit your one-of-a-kind Whopper creation.
Why don't
let's look up.
Why don't you get some of that sauce from that guy from India?
Let's see what we can do.
Wring out his shirt on a Whopper.
Menu.
Are bodily fluids excluded?
Ew. Yeah. Apparently not. 200,000 combinations
yes,
already.
Creative.
Let's see what we can create.
Can you put on there like red hots or lemon heads? Like,
yeah.
Like, what? I mean, nerds.
Lemon
A
head.
lemon head Whopper.
All right, let's order.
There it is, right
Other
there.
meats.
You could win $1 million. To
feta
the left.
cheese.
Start your BK. What's that on the? Click the thing
That's
on the
like
left.
guacamole.
Yeah. There's no way this is in store. You can't put this shit on a burger in store.
What do you like? What like Swedish fish?
No, they look like there was all kinds of stuff on.
Gummy bears. You know what? Why don't you put some bubble gum on there? That looks like microgreens.
So, you're here to make a Whopper.
All right, let's create our Whopper here.
I'm your trusty AI companion, Brilliant, and I'll be at your side as you craft your flame-grilled creation. Creation that could be worth $1 million.
Hey, get our
Let's get flame grilling.
Sprouts. What are the ones
we have a few house rules for you to follow that'll make your Whopper competition ready. It's simple. Your Whopper can't contain ingredients with allergens.
Okay.
It must be made with edible stuff.
I accept.
And if you need more info, check the ingredients fact.
The
rest is up to you. It all starts with the patty.
Peanut butter now.
So what?
That doesn't have peanuts in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's like somebody tried.
It's one of the lunches on Fridays got it on.
Okay, so we can go through it, guys.
Could be a demotion.
Demoted.
Oh,
it's called something
impossible.
Well, it's
butter?
called Wonder Butter or something.
It's made
like
of
that.
like
Wow Butter and jelly sandwich.
Really?
It's called, I think.
It's probably made of fucking bean
It's made
sprouts.
of soybeans. Exactly right.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
So here we go. We can pick whether we want an impossible patty or
Do you guys like Whoppers, Chris? Do you?
I don't think I've ever actually had one because every time I go to to Burger King, I never am in the mood for a burger. I always want nuggets or.
Well, if you had
that
that flame broils. If you had a perfectly made, nice and neat Whopper, would you take that over a perfectly made Big Mac?
No, I'm taking the Big Mac. I'm taking the Big Mac.
Okay.
People say
I haven't had a Big Mac in a while. I
really. It's weird. And no, it's really strange, and it's not that good of a burger. But every once in a while, every 2 to 3 months, I will get the ridiculous urge to eat a Big Mac.
It's like when the cicadas.
It's disgusting. But
so you're going Big Mac over Whopper?
Yeah, but not because of the beef patty part of it. Like I don't. Like the beef patty on the Whopper is so superior. Like if I could combo the two burgers and use the Burger King beef patty with the Burger King, actually I like McDonald's bun better and then McDonald's sauce better. But the Burger King's got the better beef patty.
They say that's what I watched 2 guys compare these burgers and they said by far the meat shines on Burger King's meat.
But I like the stuff that goes on the Big Mac better.
And I think Burger King has such a, or McDonald's has such a unique flavor in everything that they make.
It does.
Nuggets,
Their oil's different.
burgers,
everything they do is different.
Like there's
Their
nothing.
Coke job even has its own special formula only for McDonald's.
All right,
wait, no way. So you can type in. So we could type in what we want on our burger.
All right. Well,
what do we want to
make?
Twizzlers.
All right. Put what kind of cheese do you think? Let's do a cheese. No. Okay, take it back. Take it back. Do let's do candied jalapenos. I want to build this. I want to see if we can win. And see if you guys are candied jalapenos.
I just bought a jar of them.
Fantastic.
Candied jalapenos.
I'll tell you what, Chris.
Wait, which ones? The ones from down there at Kroger that your dad gets?
No, what'd you get?
I don't know. I didn't really like them, but because there was no crunch to them. They were real soft.
See, the ones we have are always crunchy, and they're not the one from.
Oh, so that's to check our. Oh, okay, that worked.
They reviewed.
Okay, candy jalapeno. They're not the ones from Kroger. They're what's the popular pickle brand? Not Vlasic, but the other one. They have green like bright green caps.
See, there's Mount Olive.
That's it.
Is it Mount Olive?
I think.
Yeah, Mount Olive. What's the other one?
Hold on.
Vlasic.
Kosher?
Like the kosher dills, but the brand.
Popular pickle brands. Sorry, we're off. We're going off the track here, but I want to get this right. Not Vlasic, not Clausen. Yeah, it is Mount Olive. Mount Olive. They got these unbelievable candied jalapenos that are so good.
What exactly are candied jalapenos?
Well, they're normally there's 2 different versions. Candied jalapenos normally are what you remember what I made out of your jalapenos that you gave me.
Yeah.
So they're like that. So you take vinegar and water and sugar,
put them like a brine,
and then you put them in a brine, and then you boil that down a little bit, and then it comes to this like sweet, sticky kind of jam-ish, but the jalapenos are whole. These ones are like sugar straight into vinegar. You don't boil it down anymore, and it's just sweeter. It's like a bread and butter jalapeno.
Yes.
Anyway, let's do candy jalapenos, and then I think we got to do cheese. Do a cream
pepper jack.
Do cream cheese.
Cream cheese?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like that one you had in
I want to
North
take it.
Carolina.
I want to take it up a step.
What do you cream cheese?
Cream cheese. Let's see if we can build a burger. Do we know if we win right now?
Oh, I would imagine no.
No, probably not.
What?
Like in 5 minutes,
like
you're
just
gonna
a
be a
perfect
millionaire.
combination?
If we did that,
we fucking did it.
Then let's do. Can you do another bun?
If we really real quick, let's say we did this and it just popped up, you've won, and we win $1 million.
Please go to community.
Would you finish the podcast?
Would you dive through? Oh yeah, could we finish the show?
Yeah, we gotta finish.
I don't know.
Then we just take the money, padlock the door, it's over. We just distribute the money.
Yep. Nobody knows.
No.
Should we do a double burger? Should we do a double?
Can you type in a beef patty again?
Beef patty.
Beef patty.
What if you
need a
put
buffer
an
though?
Impossible burger in there again?
Do we need a buffer?
It worked. Yeah, it worked.
Why does it say? So those 4 are acceptable.
I feel like
Yes.
we need something.
We're gonna do like a bed of fried onion straws.
Yeah, do a
Wait, do you want to
straws.
do you want to do another patty?
Yeah, I want to do that and patty. Then we need something dry.
Oh, onion petals.
Yeah.
Like the onion like the crispy onion
Yeah,
petals.
either one
Oh
of
yeah,
those.
crispy onion petals, and then on top of this, let's do jalapeno
Should
jam.
I put crispy?
I guess you can just do onion petals. They would know. Maybe they
should.
would. Onion
Should
petals.
I put crispy on crispy?
Just put onion.
Onion
Petals, because
petals.
onion petals are everybody knows what onion petal is. And then on top of that, jalapeno jam.
Okay,
I
it's
like
good.
so
It checked.
far.
Jalapeno jam.
Boom, there it is.
That's the one?
I think so. I think that'd be a pretty good
Oh,
burger.
okay, we got 2 beef patties. All right, I didn't see that.
I think that's good. Anybody else
Do we
want
need
to add
anything else on
Should
the
we
top?
add on our Whopper?
Fecal matter.
Yeah, just see what it says.
yeah. See, it says fecal matter. See if you can type it in. Check it.
But fecal
Yeah,
matter
let's
might be
Yeah,
worse.
that might pass.
Is that FECAL matter?
Ah,
Damn.
what if it let it go and then we won?
Vomit.
Good.
It was very popular.
Not sure that's edible, it said.
How about you'll like this? Think of Curry. He would always say he wanted to eat sautéed placenta.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I guess because that's
They eat
like,
that in some
you
countries.
could eat that.
And those guys in India, I guarantee they're
I
frying up
bet
that
they-
placenta.
Oh, he said it's.
What
great.
about
He said
like
it's delicious.
what if we put like
Pig uterus,
Pig uterus, yeah. Pig's feet.
pig brain.
How about you put
Oh yeah,
pig's
what
pig
about
brain.
pig feet?
frog legs? Try.
Oh god!
Anybody
What do
eat
you
that?
think's the most fucked up thing you can eat?
They're gonna take
No
frog
way.
legs.
Oh,
No way! Bullshit!
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Ew!
Oh,
That'd be-
how
that
about
would
try liver?
Ew!
Piece of liver on
Oh.
Oh wait,
there. Oh my golly!
wait, how do I? Tap the bun.
Yeah. What about
liver?
See, you can have a frog leg. Frog
So
legs
they
needed to go
had-
down to the
Frog
bottom
legs,
so they
horrible.
could hang off.
Oh. What?
Oh,
That
no-
must be people's
no
liver.
liver,
Maybe if you put beef liver.
Yeah, beef
Yeah.
liver.
Or
Yeah.
chicken liver.
Not human liver.
God damn it.
Human kidney.
Beef.
Oh.
Bullshit.
What about
Now they're
We
gonna
can
let
put
frog legs, but
legs
they
on
wouldn't-
Chicken
there.
liver. Yeah, chicken liver.
That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
What?
That is bullshit.
That's kind of
Wonder why.
Maybe
surprising.
it's against code
What about
or something.
caviar?
Did you try pig's feet?
Let's try pig's feet.
Anybody who eats caviar is fucking gross.
Oh
let
my
you-
god, they let
So
you do
we
pig
could have a
feet.
That's
pig's
bullshit.
feet and frog leg Whopper.
But you can't put liver on it.
Oh wait, what did I just delete?
Not that I
Nothing.
would want.
Oh, I thought
Liver.
I deleted.
Beef tongue.
Let's wonder what the most fucked up things you can eat.
What were those things that your
I could do
brother
this all
Tim
day.
used to always eat? A chicken neck. Was it chicken necks?
He loved the neck.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chicken neck.
And gizzards.
Cooley's mom would
Yeah,
get
the gizzard.
They just
went-
look like balls, dude. Like
It's horrible.
testicles.
Oh yeah, wonder if we
like-
can add testicles.
Bull testicles.
No, yeah.
Testicles.
If they let this in and not liver.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put. Oh, you can't do shellfish.
What about
it said,
liver
right?
pate? What is it? Pate? Is it P? Is that thing, Job?
P-A-T-E?
Yeah.
P-A-T-T-E.
Like pate.
Okay, never mind.
Pate.
All right, so the 45 weirdest foods you can get around the globe. Let's see if you would eat this. Actually, I'm going to describe it, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to describe it and see if you would eat it, which I guess doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. All right, so, oh my God. This is a certain meat that is stuffed into the body of a dead seal. The seal was then completely sealed up and completely airtight, covered in oil to repel flies and maggots, and then fermented for 3 months.
Wait. So the seal's like the body of the seal?
It's
with
gotta
a
be-
Yeah.
oily
Now, what do you
blubber?
think?
It's gotta
now,
be some kind
what
of
do you-
Nordic,
What
like-
do you think they stuff in the?
I'm
this
gonna guess
seal?
some kind of fish.
No.
Like lamb.
They stuff in hundreds of dead auk birds.
What?
Birds?
It's from Greenland.
Oh, you knew it was going to be up there.
like
the Viking type stuff.
Oh, God.
And then they just let it ferment.
That's like
Is that the
the
shit
Danish.
that, like, what's the smelliest,
that's
the food that we're going to eat?
Surströmming. But that's like the most
It's fermented
horrific.
herring. That's what it is.
I've had that. Well, not had it, but I've been at a party one time when someone brought something like that.
Was it horrible?
It's disgusting.
What
how
was
bad
it, Matt?
smelled. It was like a pickled or fermented herring.
That's
Like
disgusting.
just looking at it was just.
Now here's
like, oh yeah, put it on a cracker. Like
this is
anyway.
absolutely awful. Casu marzu, it's from Italy. Italy's renowned for their cuisine. Quite simply, pecorino cheese that has been completely decomposed and occupied by maggots. It is dangerous to eat and can be fatal, which is why it is banned in most countries. But people still
pecorino, huh? Because I've had that kind of cheese.
Imagine eating a banned food.
Would you eat hakaro?
I mean,
fermented shark meat that has been
I've heard of that.
That is famed for incredibly pungent odor. It takes 9 weeks for fermentation to reduce the natural toxins in shark meat.
Wonder what kind of shark they use for that.
Yeah, doesn't shark meat goes bad really fast? I think, like when you like if you catch one and then kill it, I think
they
you have
pee
to, like,
through their skin.
Yeah, I think you have to like put it in milk.
Oh no, that's
I think it's just sharks.
Stingrays pee through their skin.
Know. I've caught a stingray before.
Bird's nest soup, Chris. You like soup?
What the fuck
not
is
sure
that?
about that.
This is
that
a delicacy in China. China renowned for their meals, including General Tso's.
Yeah,
let's keep it
your
at that.
favorite.
Bat soup.
General Tso's is said to have tackled Alzheimer's, repair skin, increase immunity, reduce fatigue, restore damaged cells, and many more.
Wow.
Now, however, bird's nest soup is known for being pretty expensive delicacy than purchasing the nest itself. All it is a brothy soup with a bird's nest put in it.
What?
But why?
Like a bird's nest
Like
of like
sticks?
sticks
Yeah,
and stuff. Not like a
and-
bird's nest of noodles, because I mean I've seen those creations before. You can actually eat like a noodle nest.
Yeah, it's just a stick. Just sticks.
Delicious.
Well, they could probably make something really good out of ramen noodles.
Oh yeah, no, you can make. I've seen
Or any
even
type
on the
of-
menu as bird's nest before.
What country would you go to if you could pick any country you want to go to and eat? Where would it be?
Probably Italy.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably Italy
Just 'cause
too.
I-
I'd go to
I'm-
Asia somewhere.
I think so too, Matt.
Although
All right,
I would be
we'll go
afraid
to Italy,
to
Joe.
go
I'd-
to.
Yep, that sounds
like,
good.
I really would like to go to Japan, but I really would like to go to Vietnam, but that's like just to eat, like to pop in for a meal and then I'm
Then
gone.
gone, yeah.
Because I don't want to.
I want to
any
go to
time
Japan.
there.
I'd
I
love
would
to
like
go
to go to Thailand too. Thailand might do it for me. I might have.
I'd
it
like to
all.
visit Japan.
Japan would be
Yeah,
fun.
Tokyo would be pretty awesome.
Maybe our first international trip could be to Tokyo.
We would
could all
be
have-
we would be like
Super
heroes
cool
over
city.
there.
Well, yeah,
Super
just
cool.
older people in Japan. I could be totally wrong on this. So if you're Japanese listening to this, I'm sorry. Older people don't like. I'm almost certain are not as fond of Americans.
Well, they
for
shouldn't be.
obvious reasons.
I get it.
But younger people.
But we're not very fond of them either. Although
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in Pearl Harbor, but fuck you,
Younger people are
Yamamoto, you prick.
specifically him.
Yeah,
He was. Wait, no, he was the guy. Didn't was Yamamoto the bad guy or the?
Well, I think he was the bad guy.
Well,
He
what was the one guy that said like, "Hey, this is not going to work out"? He was like, he told his counsel, he's like, "Hey, if you bomb these guys, this is not going to work out the way that you want it
like
to."
it's going to come back to
I
haunt
think
us?
it almost is. I think it is Yamamoto. I think Yamamoto was like,
Oh, really?
yeah. Let me look it up.
All these years, I thought Yamamoto was the guy that orchestrated the.
Well, when you talk about the Japanese people, I remember, was it last month when that Japanese airline made contact on that runway, and everybody got out, but the plane just burned up.
Yeah,
And they
was
were
that
saying,
cargo plane.
Yeah.
It was going for that. They had was it hurricane or earthquake? They
Oh,
had
yeah.
earthquake
yeah,
relief.
The one that got,
Yeah.
that they all died. They were talking about the Japanese people, like, because how many were on there? Like 300
Yeah.
people. And they said they all got off. And, that flame was raging.
Oh yeah.
But they were saying the discipline of the Japanese, where they were able to just they kept calm and they did what they were supposed to and got out. And they said probably Americans would be just, they'd be fighting for their luggage.
Yeah.
Pushing people out of the way.
It would not have worked.
Yeah, it's a much more disciplined society. Yeah. I mean, I give those people in Asia great credit. They eat better than us. They're smarter than us.
Who?
Because everybody would just be like, I need mine
in Asia, in the civilized areas of Asia.
Oh, I'd have been, if my plane was on fire, I'd have probably been, I don't know if I'd act like a complete moron, but.
I don't think you would have been nearly as bad as what some people could do.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Get me off this.
There'd be people live video in it and would rather put people in jeopardy to try to be on social media.
They'd probably kill. Oh, they
trample
kill somebody just to save their life.
Yes. Oh, no question about it.
But I just thought it was an interesting comparison.
Yeah, you're right, Chris.
I mean, there's like 370 people got off. Did you see how bad that thing?
It's amazing. And then they all survived, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
What'd you find out over there,
Judd,
General?
Did you
I
find
can't find it. But there was. Here it is. Yamamoto Isoroku. I think that he basically said that he knew that what bombing Pearl Harbor would do the opposite that they wanted to happen, and because I think the Japanese underestimated how quickly the United States would respond to being bombed, and he knew that. But as soon as I think it was Yamamoto. Who was it? Who was the big?
I thought Admiral Yamamoto was the guy that led the attack.
Because I think once Yamamoto was like unbending and said, "We're doing this," then I don't know.
Well, it's beyond the point of no return. You mean?
I can't remember where I read this.
That attack was incredibly well calculated. My goodness.
Yeah. I think Yamamoto wanted to do it. Yeah, but there was another guy. I read that, or I can't remember if it was a podcast or something, but one of the generals was like, this is not going to go the way that we want it to, but as soon as the attack was kind of official, then he went with it and he did his duty, but I can't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe somebody out there knows.
That was when they attacked that, I mean, it was like the United States didn't even believe it was happening. Like, it was like they were very slow to respond, and I didn't really realize this, but I was reading something recently about that oil played a huge role in that whole thing. Oil, like the United States had cut Japan off from some ability to acquire oil, and that's why they attacked Pearl Harbor, which is just crazy. Yeah, natural resources, they're still killing over it.
I should know that because I took a World War II.
Fascinating too about how shallow the bay is there at Pearl Harbor, and how that they put wooden floaters on their torpedoes, because if they didn't, they would have went down so far and hit the shallow ground. Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been there. I've been out under the water and Arizona.
Did you go over top?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Neat. Yep.
That's super cool. I like. Isn't there oil still leaking from the?
Yeah, I mean they say. I mean that's what they tell you when you're there. It's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
Quite impressive. But yeah, it's like it was like really like shooting like ducks. Like you're like all enclosed, and they went after the planes, so they couldn't have like a counter response. Then they went after the aircraft carriers with the guns to try to cripple them, and yeah. But it's just amazing though. This is like people look back at 9/11 and they say like they saw all these signs that this could have happened. Like earlier in that very day of the attack, there was like a patrol ship out off the whatever part of the Pacific off of Hawaii, and they saw this mini submarine coming up to the surface, and they were like, "What is this thing?" Like they didn't know what it was, and it ended up it was like one of these little Japanese probing submarines. Mm-hmm. And they didn't even, by the time someone got it to them who knew what it might be, it was too late. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, they had it. They tipped their hand. They found them. They could have stopped the whole thing.
Wow,
but they didn't even panic. The one guy was like, we're not reporting it or whatever till we get back to base. And then by then it was too late. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I think I found it. His name was Hirohito.
There you go, Admiral Hirohito.
Is that right?
Yeah, I know him too. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm almost certain that that's who I'm thinking of. But anyway,
I don't really
know my history all that well. But
well, it's tough to remember them names too, because that's not names we're used to dealing with.
Smith and Williams. And
yeah,
Brown.
right. Yeah, we had Jarrett read Jeb Stewart today, and And then who else? We had Ulysses Grant.
Ulysses.
Coley didn't know how to say Ulysses.
Yeah, Ulysses.
Grant.
He
Hey,
Wow.
Chris, we talked about your boy today, Greg Brown.
Oh, God, Chris.
Is he optimistic for this upcoming season?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What did you say about it?
We were talking about his calls because I was reading off the 50 greatest like catchphrases in sports commentating.
He couldn't have made the top 50 at all.
No. Okay. Well, but I said he should have.
That one of Steve Blass screaming is just embarrassing.
Oh my God! We put up that one.
Chris,
What was that
you'd
one
be
for?
appalled.
I remember
Andrew
seeing that.
McCutcheon hit a home run.
No, Pedro.
Oh, it was Pedro?
Well,
That one was Pedro?
Well, one of them was
The one where
Kutch,
Blass was screaming?
Yeah, actually, one was Kutch, and then the other one was Pedro.
And I don't know, like if the show or the broadcast, the producer.
That's Steve Blass in the background. I mean, that's an absolute embarrassment.
Well, what they win? Like a game in.
They played the
June.
They
played the Rockies. Big rivalry with the Rockies.
It was Pedro Alvarez did a walk-off 3-run.
I mean, that's as bad as I've heard.
Well, what I was going to say, like the guy that's producing the telecast or whomever, can someone tell Greg Brown to stop with the triple when a guy hits a triple?
How about
what
last year?
What the fuck is it?
Last year.
What was the one you said today about
hate that.
Russell Martin?
Oh
Martin?
yeah. He it was in the
bad.
wild card game in 2013.
Cueto.
And he said Russell Martin clears the deck against Johnny Cueto. It is 2-0, and it was one of the worst. Last year he said zip zap kazoo. The Buccos just turned 2.
I mean, I wonder if he writes these up in his fucking house. And still, the Makoviak one was absurd.
Oh my God, Mac whack, tallywhack.
That's. Oh, wow, that's.
I gotta get that Mac whack tallywhack.
To me, that's a fireable.
I said that on the radio today.
That is a fireable
I thought
offense.
the way that those guys behave, they should be fired.
Like, that
The
sounded like something
Buccos
you'd
just
say,
turned
like
2.
watching a cartoon.
Talking about
There's a guy in a cartoon named Kazoo, the great Kazoo.
The great Kazoo.
talk about cliches here. I guess
Was
that's
he in the
not a
Flintstones?
Yeah.
The great Kazoo or Kazoo, whatever.
I
It
get.
might have been Kazoo.
What do you guys think about this? When a coach says we have the utmost respect for them.
Yeah.
Lie.
What about he's the first one in the building and the last one out?
Oh, yeah.
That's never
That
true.
always translates into winning.
That's never true.
What
that
about-
might have been about
I
Tom
like
Brady
these.
was the only one that ever
What about
applied.
these fans are rocking?
I mean, every fan.
You could hear a pin drop in here talking about the locker room. Nothing comes easy in this league.
Wow.
They have unbelievable chemistry. The coaches in front office rave about him.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that a lot.
I've heard that one.
He
hear
brought
that a
his
lot.
A game today.
Oh, boy.
He does
Overused.
Hey, Chris, you know what I like about you? You do all the little things.
I mean,
Well, here's the thing. That's overused by guys who aren't that good. But I agree. I mean, doing all the little things is a good thing to do.
absolutely.
He's just a natural-born leader.
That one's used a lot, but very few guys are.
Hey, 97th episode of the podcast coming up. Or 100th episode of the podcast coming up. It's do or die right here.
oh yeah.
Do you ever really die, though?
This guy's absolutely unstoppable. The dude is a physical freak.
Yeah, overused. Hear that on NFL draft night
Here's
about all
our,
these guys that are fucking failed players.
He overcame a ton of adversity.
Yeah, everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, but here's the thing. People we talk about today on Lunch Madness talked about how Shenandoah's got a good list of things they got on their menu. On paper, they're the team to beat.
Yeah, you get that. That's an everydayer, man. You get you hear that every night on a sportscast
and
or
I
a
bet
betting
you-
show, especially.
I bet you if we interview one of those food coordinators, we call them and she'd say it's not all about winning to me.
Yeah.
well,
Anybody that says that's
as long
a
as
loser.
these guys get better.
This game is all mental. Hey, and I guarantee you, she'd say this. I just want to thank God
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
So here's a point.
Thank the cooks.
Somebody made a good point though. If both at the end of the game, and the guy says, "We just want to thank God. Obviously, we're in it. You know, without him, we wouldn't have won today." Well, what about the other guy on the other team? What about them?
It shouldn't be implied that God picked a side. It should be basically like
then,
everybody survived without dying. I didn't have a physical breakdown. That's
so the losing team's mad at God.
Yeah, so I mean, because if he says at the beginning of the game, we put all our faith in God, and then they lost, and the other team put all their faith in God and they won.
So only one team's.
I don't think God's deciding the game.
Do you think anybody's ever at the end of the game they lost and they interview him and they go, fuck him?
I want to blame God for this.
Right.
We would have won if it wasn't for him.
What about this one? It's been a tale of two halves.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's not. I don't hear that one.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Stupid.
He's the missing part.
Maybe.
What about
Corbin Burns?
Yes, exactly.
A win is a win.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's
really getting down to it there. Yeah.
That's
we
very
played
intellectual.
We played bad, but a win is a win.
Yeah. I think this one is by far the one that I've heard the most. One game at a time.
That's an awful one.
One game at a time.
Yep.
Well, what's the other option to that?
We're looking ahead.
Well, we're looking 3 games ahead now.
We're looking ahead to the Chiefs.
We're looking ahead to this. The
team matters above all else.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, here we go. God was on our side today.
Oh God.
What about the other days? What about losses?
Yeah, but why did God just choose them that day?
Yeah, he must have had an off day. Slow day up there.
Boy,
he gave 110%.
But you know the other thing is, but when those guys, we've talked about this several times, but when those coach, and a lot of times that's just like those, like right before the game starts, they'll hit a coach up, or whatever. Like, what else are they supposed to say? I
agree with you.
I think it's useless.
Because it's useless and nobody cares. The fans don't care. But what's the coach or whomever the player? What are they supposed to say?
I think they should just be honest. Like I think they should be flat out honest with them. He should say this. Whoever if they came off, maybe they struggled in the first half. We say we fucking sucked. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to go in there. We're going to talk. We're going to come out. We're going to try to win the game. If we're not, and that's as much as we're going to do.
I've heard a few guys kind of. Like not necessarily rip their team, but just kind of admit they were not good.
Well,
as a coach,
agree.
would you be like? So if I was in that situation, I knew I'm going to get asked a stupid question. I knew I would be like Job. I would want to be as honest as I could, but I would definitely try to come up with a different way to describe versus having the old cliche. I would not use those. I just wouldn't use them.
No, but
You're saying the questions are stupid, which I agree with.
But
you know you're going to get them.
But you can't call everybody's tiptoes around like criticizing like another player.
Like, well, Lamar Jackson sucked again, Coach Harbaugh. What do you think?
Right, or you're interviewing the quarterback, just like after that Steeler game. Lamar had 3 touchdowns dropped. And what if he just come out and said, you know what? I thought we had a good game plan. I executed. I put 3 passes right on their numbers in the end zone, and they fucked it up.
Right. And the Lions could.
But then they would bash Lamar Jackson. He threw his players on the bus. Right. Well, if they fucked up.
But the receivers would do it right back to them, like the Steeler guys do every week.
I don't get the ball enough. They don't. Yeah.
You can go on forever about them.
Yeah, like he says, Coach, you guys struggled in the first half or something. Like maybe they just were getting their shit beat in.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach, you struggled in the first half. What's the plan when you go in the locker room? Why didn't he just say, you know what? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. We're going to go in there and talk to these guys. We're going to come in, and a good chance is we're probably going to lose this game. But we're going to come out. We're going to try to win.
Or he says to the girl and say, you know what? I have no answer right now. Why don't you tell me?
Yeah.
Give me your.
You got all the info. Why don't you tell me?
Yeah. Exactly.
What should I do here? What do you think?
Yeah. Just cut the shit.
I saw something funny today. I was having lunch at a Mexican place, and. They had it was like noon, and they had I don't know what it must have been ESPN, and just up on the board there was no volume, and they were talking about the big game Sunday, and they were just showing highlights on half the screen. And the other ones, they must have been talking about Lewis Riddick, the analyst. Keys to the game on Sunday. Oh, I swear to God,
I bet these are big ones. Take care of the ball.
The only thing was up there because he had one word, the key. Then they were showing highlights underneath of it. Tackling. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Chances are in football game that might be important.
If the coach saw that.
Well, they were probably talking maybe about
aha. You'd be like champ. Aha! I found out what we got to do to win, Chris.
Thank God I saw that.
He goes and runs in the locker room.
Holy shit, fellas!
That's all we got to do.
Hey,
I know it was more in depth than that because they were probably talking about one of the teams that doesn't tackle, but. That's
But how in depth can that possibly get? Like, the sport has been the sport for 100 years.
It's the 20th game
Run
of the
out,
season.
Throw ball, tackle a guy. That's it. Then that's why I hate those sportscast broadcasts.
And people actually listen.
Exactly. To them. Like I want to go listen to this before the game starts on Sunday. Like, no, he's gonna say the same shit he says on every other game. Throw the ball, tackle the guy, win the game.
Special teams. It's the same. You
got to really work on there. Another cliche in football you always hear. Got to win the line of scrimmage or control the line of scrimmage, which is true, but you don't need to say it. Everybody knows you need to do that.
Establish the run game.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's a huge one, too.
Like you say, then you say, we finally I think we got the answer now. Let's run the ball.
It's been
I just don't understand how you can sit and watch that before all the pregame bullshit about. I just don't understand how you could sit there and watch that for 2 hours and them talking about the same shit every game about how this guy's got to do this guy's got to do that, what we got to look for. Oh, I'm worried about this. No one gives a fuck. As soon as the ball gets snapped, same thing's gonna happen, and nothing's gonna change.
And these pregame shows now, and Matt, we've seen how they've over the years. It used to be like maybe 2 guys in the studio, and it might only been like I'm going back maybe back in the late 70s, like when
Brett would be like Musburger and like Jimmy the Greek, and then they had like one guy, and that was fine. But now you get, every year it seems like there's a new guy or they add another guy, and they just talk over each other, and one guy tries to be funny, then 5 guys burst out in the laughter. You can't hear a fucking thing they're saying, and it's like this is. Well, you got to have everybody represented too.
And I can't stand. What's the MLB show where they have the turf and they go out and they have bats and shit
with Harold Reynolds and that, and they have that.
I actually think that's kind of informative.
But they're talking about like what a guy's doing right, like bat tilt,
how his back goes through the zone and stuff.
Better than them. Sitting
I think it might be a little more educational to some idiots that don't know.
It's better than them sitting in a desk talking.
See, I disagree. I think this guy,
at least they're up moving around,
but they're talking about stuff about what a guy can do to be better.
You know, like when Sean Casey's showing how to hold a runner on.
Yeah. I think it's more like showing what he does well. I don't think they ever really talk about.
Well, John, I'll take I'll take the baseball studio. I'll take that.
Yeah, and at least they have a lot of guys that know what the hell they're talking about.
I fucking hate all of it. I think it's bullshit.
Most of it is very stupid, but that baseball network, they actually do. Some of that stuff is pretty informative, especially to people that don't know a whole lot about it.
Plus, that show's on every night, though.
Why would anybody watch that if they didn't know anything about the game?
You're probably right. You're probably right. You're basically catering to people who already know the game.
Like a guy.
So that part, you're 100% right.
Because the only person that I know is going to watch that is somebody like him.
Yeah.
And he already knows that Giancarlo Stanton's got a 38-degree bat tilt and he hits the ball 6,000 miles.
What's his launch angle?
Now he does it.
What's Bob Walk's launch angle and Greg Brown's?
You mean for cleanup in the booth when they Jesus Christ.
Do they use wipes or spray?
I don't know. They need to be wearing those masks that we used to wear in COVID.
The shield.
Shield.
Yeah. A good way to end our show. We'll end with
this is great.
with Rob McCovey.
Oh, good. Who's his pitcher?
Wait. What is this?
Rob
Mick-Wack Callywhack?
Yeah. I hope you guys can hear it.
The pitch. Swinging drive to right. Very well hit. Way back. Mick-Wack Tallywhack.
That's just.
Give that dog a bone.
I like him though. I do like the way he calls the game, but that's.
If he just wasn't so over the top, he'd be okay.
Man, I wonder if like those guys,
Craig Wilson,
yeah, and some of these.
Who was Mateo? Which one was that?
Who that was?
Was it Ruben? John Russell.
I don't. Who was that?
McClatchy.
What year is this?
Probably like
2000, probably.
No, it said 2004. When was that built? 2000.
Hey, have you ever seen Wally Bachman get thrown out of a game?
It's one of the greatest.
Wally Bachman.
One of the greatest ejections ever.
What's the one?
Did you see the one with Earl Weaver too?
Oh, I love that.
That's a great. You're here just to fuck us.
Oh yeah.
Earl never got cheated
He
when
said,
he was
you're a big man, Earl. You're a big man.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Then what's the one? What's the one that's recently happened? What's his name?
Oh, it's Terry Collins.
Terry, look at me, Terry, look at me.
Oh,
yeah, Terry when
because they weren't
Syndergaard threw one behind
and hit him in the back. He says,
"No, he didn't hit him.
You gotta give us a shot."
Yeah,
we can
get
watch
that
this.
up. Pull that up real quick. I want to see that one. That's my favorite one ever.
We need to get.
He
some
says,
volume.
Terry, look at me, Terry.
Job, give us.
Go
get us some volume.
Yeah,
that accent.
You want to get up and turn it up, Terry.
Well, which
Collins.
one? On the Wally back, were you talking about when he was yelling at his players, or when he got thrown out?
He said,
he got thrown out. Oh, I gotta come back.
He has to come back to the. Here's Terry Collins.
Before this, hold on, wait. So what's the
So the contact.
So somebody from the Mets get hit?
Yeah,
So,
no,
here,
because
let me pull
somebody.
Back. I gotta get on the screen.
Well, it must have been.
So
Yeah.
it was in the playoffs the previous year, and
I like their uniforms.
and
Andy
Chase Utley
Grammer.
broke Ruben Tejada's leg with a dirty slide at second. So then Noah Syndergaard wants to come back, and Dickhead didn't even hit him. First of all, he should have just squared him right in the back, but he missed him.
Pitches him
Well,
instantly.
to me, there's like
He
Sidney
gets
Gordon.
Look, a Marlins man's there.
Marlins man was there.
He just stands up and gives his thumbs up. So anyway, then this umpire from first.
No, I mean, you can't do that.
I don't know why they have
Not in
him
that
mic'd
situation,
up.
Man. You can't that ain't gonna happen.
said,
I mean, I know
Pause
you're
this
say
real
that,
quick.
but that ain't gonna happen.
Do you agree with him getting thrown out?
No,
he
absolutely
didn't
not.
even hit him.
No chance. I hate that. I
See,
think
it's terrible.
stupid.
I
What if it actually slipped out of his hands? I mean,
Yeah.
that's just like prejudging a guy's guilt.
I think they should. I mean, obviously this situation and the scenario that everybody knows why he did that, but I don't think. I think you should have it. Like Terry says, he needs a shot.
Syndergaard said, he said, I'm trying to throw a fucking fastball.
Not in that situation, man. You can't. That ain't gonna happen. I mean, I know you're gonna say that, but that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, see,
I mean, that's
I
the
hate
wrong
that.
time to do it. That's all. I'm telling
Fuck
you.
him. How do you know what? Maybe the ball actually slipped.
It is what it is, but that ain't gonna happen.
Then Neil Walker.
Yeah, there's Neil
We don't
Walker.
do
But maybe
something
it
there.
did.
I'm just
Like,
telling you that.
maybe the next pitch he was going to hit him in the head.
No. I mean, okay, the situation of what happened and everything else, that's what dictates that. Okay.
But there was no prior knowledge that before the game started. I mean,
Neil.
if Terry comes in.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I disagree with. They didn't give him a warning before the
I
game.
hate him.
Everybody
I
knows.
hate him.
Everybody knows.
Fuck these guys.
Jared,
They
who's
just-
the kid to
They
the left?
predetermine the fucking how people think.
Oh, here we go.
look
I got
like
him.
Jeff
I got
Green.
him.
Take him. Terry, get a handle. Come on, let's go. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me.
Tommy, that's fucking bullshit.
Terry, talk
You know
to me.
it.
Then you talk to me
I
about
know,
it.
but
Then.
you know.
Okay.
You gotta give us a shot.
You know what?
You gotta give us
Terry,
a shot.
okay, listen to me. Let me hear what I'm saying, okay? You get your shot. You had your shot right there in the situation.
Well, why
you
not?
know the situation,
I know
Terry.
it. Why don't we get a shot, Tommy?
Because that makes it worse. Terry, that makes it fucking worse.
I know it. But MLB did nothing to that guy. Nothing.
Okay,
I agree with him. I totally agree with
You know
Terry.
as well as I do Terry, you know where I stand on the whole fucking situation. But that's
you're better than that, Tommy. You know that.
Terry, listen, I'm telling you, our ass is in the jackpot now. Okay, I'm just telling you.
See, he says he was trying to say that if he doesn't throw him out, then they're in the jackpot.
Oh, fuck you. No one feels sorry for these fucking guys. I hope that guy fucking dies.
You know my
fuck him.
Jesus.
Fuck him.
You know my
Who was that umpire anyway? I fucking hate
I
him.
don't know.
Lip service motherfucker.
Look up.
I lost my.
You know who's the worst? Who Jarrett? Who do you think my most hated umpire is?
Probably Joe West.
Jerry
He's
Neals.
a fucking fat fuck.
No, I hate
him.
Joe West.
Joe
too.
West?
He's a fat fuck.
John McSherry. Was he? He's dead, isn't he?
He died on opening day. Collapsed behind a plate.
Yeah, look up Wally Bachman. Really? Oh, Wally's got the best.
I like at the end because
they died too.
Yeah, he's a fat son of a bitch. Had a huge strike zone. Leave on
Hernandez
game.
that mascot during the game between innings, and he put a cheeseburger.
Oh yeah,
he was umping third base, and he was
just blowing out of his pants.
Who's the one umpire that's really bad? He's been around.
Angel Hernandez.
Yeah.
He's beyond words about bad.
That second one down.
Yeah,
he's
trying to be bad. This one's really good too.
The second one down.
This is the
so
most
this
amazing.
kid's name must be Doc something or Doc something Doc. And what I love at the end of this conversation is he gets in a full blown this whole situation plays out, and at the end he walks out of the dugout and just says, "Let's get a beer, Doc."
Not yet, because he's
really
ninth hitter.
But I think Wally Bachman was a bit of a dick. I think he was a bit of a. I think he was a bit of a dick. He went after this happened. He went after the radio broadcaster who is now working for I think the Mets, and he went after him and was like, because the radio broadcaster for this game called Wally an embarrassment to baseball, and Wally went up into the press box after the radio guy.
And I forgot that Wally Bachman played for the Pirates, didn't he?
That a babe.
For a year
I think so, for a short stint.
Yeah.
To me, he looks like a typical minor league coach. Probably drinks a shit ton.
What the fuck is going on?
Good start.
Hey, get your hands off me.
He never even fucking said anything. He never said a fucking word to you. Fuck, you got a shit on your fucking shoulder? You got a fucking bullshit.
No.
God damn it, you've had a horse shit zone all day. What'd he say to you? What'd he say? He never even looked at you. He never even fucking looked at you.
You're done too.
For what? What the fuck did I just say?
Wally. That means you have
You motherfucker.
I like when
what
he
the
gets
fuck?
in his ear.
No, this is bullshit. I never said a goddamn word to the guy. You know it. You know it.
Now that guy's doing what he should be doing. Just listen to him.
I want to know what I said. I'm going to ask him what I said.
Back like the other guy.
I'm going to ask him what I said.
That makes the guy more angry.
Right. So this other guy, I like to
take
get
your
him
report and
promoted.
shove it up your fucking ass.
Wally.
You fucking. That's some bullshit. You know the last guy I bumped, I'd have knocked you on your fucking ass. Put that in your fucking report. You little fucking pipsqueak.
Wally.
Fucking joke.
Wally, let's
God
go.
damn it.
Wally, let's go.
I want to know what I said. I'll leave the field when he tells me what he threw me out for.
You gotta go.
I don't have to go.
You gotta go. Yes, sir. You gotta go now.
What did I say?
Guys.
Jesus, you're goddamn it being an embarrassment to professional baseball being like that.
Wally, please.
It is right.
Wally, please, let's go.
First fucking time you've ever fucking umpired in professional baseball?
Wally.
I think he calms
Am I
down
right?
and walks back.
No, Wally, let's go, please.
Then go to
fucking.
right. Back a little bit.
A little bit right here.
Right there.
He gets back to the dugout.
That's a fucking joke.
Good. See, this is good.
He was pissed because the bad strike zone.
And then the kid must have said, mumbled something, and then
he got called.
Pick that shit up, you dumb motherfuckers!
Give me the goddamn balls.
I love it.
Pick that shit up, you piece of shit!
He says, catcher, get out of the way.
Catcher, get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Lightly tosses it.
And then, so he goes up after this. He leaves the field, and then he goes up into the press box to talk to the radio guy, and he gets pissed at the radio guy for calling him an embarrassment to baseball. The radio guy says, "Wally, you threw 23 bats on the field."
It should have been 24, in my opinion. So, this is good for the game. This is what needs to happen. Yes. These umpires have no accountability. They're like politicians. They can do whatever they want, and nothing ever happens to them.
Totally agree.
Now, and that one umpire that was trying to defuse it, that guy handled it the right way. Good kudos to him. Yes. There are good ones out there, but there's too many arrogant ones.
Whose spot is Butler in?
So what spot is
Boys and Doc spot?
That matters right now. We got to get the lineup card figured out.
That's awesome.
Those are feel-good videos.
I agree.
I think he tells all those
Nobody
guys.
got hurt. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he leads on the fence. He says, none of you pick that up. No players are picking that up.
Is that what he
love
said?
it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Probably the other team will come out and do it.
I think he ripped his nail off trying to get the balls out of the bucket.
Oh, yeah, he struggled with that.
You can hear him breathing.
Where's Doc?
Oh, Doc is a player.
Yeah.
God damn, I tore my nail off.
Yeah.
Huh? Hey.
Yeah, here.
Hey. No players are picking that shit up. I'll tell you that right now.
Like, these guys just happened to have him mic'd up and on camera this game.
Well, I believe that this was a series. I think this was a TV show from like one season.
Go get me a pair of fingernail clippers in there.
What was in and I don't know what they played. I don't know what league.
She's got
playing
some
for
in there.
Peanuts.
This guy won't see me. I'll just walk up this way.
They were called the Peanuts.
Go grab them for me.
I think they were a team for like one season and then they canceled it. I think.
This is like Mountain East.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking sand pile back there.
That's minor league baseball.
Wow.
Wow.
That was fun.
Yeah. Good way to.
Good stuff. Yeah. Do you think? What are the? There's the one. What was the one that you said, Chris? That with who was? He got in an argument. Another umpire.
The Orioles.
Yeah.
Manager.
What's his name?
Earl Weaver.
That's another.
He's
great
one of the
Watch that one
classics.
next-
One of the
yeah,
best
we'll watch that
blow up
next
guys
time.
ever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Episode 67 of the Pine Room Podcast.
67.
Oh, 97. Good Lord.
Go back 30
You're
episodes.
tired.
Look at me, Terry.
It's been a long day,
Terry,
Terry.
look at me. Mac whack, tally whack. What else do you say?
Zip zap kazoo. The Bucks just turned 2.
Amazing.
Zip zap kazoo. Look out for 102. We're almost to 100 here on the Pine Room Podcast. Thank you for joining us. Myself, Chris, Matt, and Jarrett. Listen to the Pine Room on the Watchdog Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, but specifically Tuesdays and Fridays from noon to 3. We got Lunch Madness cooking up. Go to the social media and vote for your favorite school, your favorite lunch. It's Lunch Madness time. But until then, we'll see you here next time in the Pine Room.
Enjoy dinner in New Delhi.
Later.